Nothing like a 10 a.m. Twix.
What a cool fall morning it has been.
Oh my God.
It's been so nice out here, man.
It has been so beautiful.
We're doing the morning time. I told Brailey I had no faith in her getting here.
Josh has
today.
a bit where we'll be in a group text about something, and he'll be like, well, when Brailey wakes up at 12 o'clock.
3 p.m.
And then the time gets going more. When Brailey wakes up at 1, when Brailey wakes up at 2, when Brailey...
Yeah. I can't let the bit die because like you said, I'm actually starting to believe the bit, even though you made it. I was very shocked. We actually started promptly at 10 a.m. today because we have a lot going on this weekend.
I don't. Josh does.
I have a good bit going on, but I mean, so do you. You're busy. You're busy the rest of the week.
I'm working.
You slamming. Are you doing meal prep for Halloween?
I'm slamming two little Twixes. Twix is my favorite candy. But also, welcome back to God.
Please.
Not
another
podcast.
And it changes every time.
Man, we should... The whole podcast just go back and forth with
Oh yeah, I'm sure that wouldn't get annoying to anyone just listening at all. Dude, we just got we set the precedent in the neighborhood for being the full-size candy bar household. But it is getting so extremely expensive. We just dropped $200 on candy bars the other day.
I'm actually being serious. Can I come to your house for trick-or-treaters?
Yeah.
We don't get any.
Oh, we get tons. It's so
you're
fun.
So
it's
lucky.
Like, yeah, it's actually really fun, and I enjoy it a lot. And sometimes, like if I run out of candy, I'll give the kids like a joint or something.
Yeah,
and just like
like most adults should.
Yeah.
My mom used to, when we would run out of candy, my mom would give like quarters. Or like $1. She's like, I got $1.
Yeah.
The kids like,
better. Yeah, you get back then you get a couple candy bars for $1.
Man,
now.
Do you also remember? I remember when I was a kid, like trick-or-treating, and then my parents never checked my candy. I could have fentanyl in my system still to this day, and I would never know.
That I don't even know. Was fentanyl around? I don't know. I don't know if it seems like it's just so talked about now. I'm assuming it's an opioid of some sort. But
yeah, it's so.
Yeah, they used to, but that was so blown out of proportion. The whole the kids,
the razor blades.
The thing, yeah, and it's like what drug dealer is like, what's a good investment? Giving away a bunch of drugs to kids who, if they get hooked, also have no money to buy follow-up drugs.
Terrible business plan.
If you have to think about it from a business mind, it makes no sense whatsoever.
Oh my gosh! I think that is just that's true. Like, what
they're putting ecstasy
dealer?
in all the candy. You're like, what for baby ravers? Like, who? Why? Why would you give ecstasy to little kids?
No, but that's true. I remember being scared that needles were in my candy.
Yeah.
What?
It's a waste of good needles.
A waste of good razors.
Yeah.
A waste of good cutting mechanisms.
Right. I know.
No, we have you seen the trend? It comes around every TikTok or every Halloween, and it's on TikTok, and it's you really should check your kids' candy, and they'll cut open a Snickers and something, and it has a paper, and it's vote for Trump or something.
Yeah. They always have ridiculous ones. Yeah.
Oh
It'd be a Snickers bar and just has a bunch of nails through it.
Yeah, really jelly.
Totally. Yeah.
No, I love Halloween, and I wish we got trick-or-treaters, but unfortunately, Tom and I every year get a bowl of candy, and we don't get one trick-or-treater, and we're in a neighborhood.
Yeah, but you're in the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
No.
That actually is true. Last night, Tom and I paused the TV, and all we heard was pop, 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 and Tom was like...
That's because every night in your neighborhood is Halloween. It's the purge every night.
And I survive every night.
Well, it's good because you're kind of you're already in the house normally before the sun's down.
Yeah. So. Sometimes there was one night, I'm not even joking, it scared the shit out of me. Mac, we have a dog that also has a little bit of special needs. Bless his heart. He was hit by a car before we got him. And Mac's tummy sometimes just gets upset because his stomach is kind of up embedded into him because of where he was hit. And he was like, I gotta poop now. And I was like, at 3 a.m. I go out there with him, obviously. And I am looking down at the ground. I look up and there is the creepiest man just walking so slowly down the road.
Oh.
And Mac was like, as he's like shooting diarrhea out of his butt, he's like, arr, 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 arr. And I was like, it's so, I will say, our neighborhood's so nice during the day, but at night it's a little scary.
It can be a tad scary.
East Nashville's a hit or miss.
Yeah.
We're in the miss.
Yeah. But a lot of people get hit there. So
every day there's somebody's like, there's a gun hole and there's a gun bullet hole in my car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, welcome to the East, baby.
Yeah, that's the East Side, you know.
But one day we will be the rich part.
Yeah, I believe it. Hey, you know what? Look at Brooklyn. Brooklyn and New York used to be a shithole, and now it still is, but it's expensive.
Yeah,
it's expensive to live there. It's a weird mix of like gentrification and like people who have lived there their entire lives.
I remember somebody yelling at me about gentrification at work one day, and I was like, I had nothing. I didn't have something to do with it.
Do you think I'm a developer? I didn't develop your land.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I will say that what I don't hope for this to happen, but like in Atlanta, I grew up near Atlanta.
Yeah.
And Buckhead used to be like the really like Green Hills.
Yeah, no, I know.
So
I spent some time in Atlanta. Yeah.
Now it is actually considered like a dangerous part to go.
Yeah, it is weird walking around there because you're like, there's such nice buildings and like, you're on one of the 1,000 Peachtree streets, Peachtree Lane, Peachtree Avenue.
They have so many.
Yeah. And you're just like, oh, that's weird. There's a lot of people like, scary. There were a lot of scary dudes like I grew up with that were like white guys
White guys are really scary.
Who are trying to, they embrace different cultures in a weird way, you know?
Like cultural appropriation.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, yeah. And they're like, sup, dog? And you're like,
no.
Yeah, I was like, also, why are you wearing a white towel as a hat? I don't like
Hey, bro.
Or
chill.
under the hat. That's a big thing, I feel like, in the towel under the hat with the hat on top.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a lot of that. There's
like a towel, not a do-rag, not anything, like a
just
towel.
A towel.
Yeah.
I remember I was like cleaning out my drawer in my apartment one time, and I was with Tom, and I was like, what is this? And I was like, Tom,
10 giant dilds.
Nope, no, close. No, I had pulled out a do-rag, and I was like, Tom, why is there a do-rag?
Did Tom keep it wavy back in the day?
Straight up, I'm not even joking. I was like, is this yours? And he was like, no, I don't even know what that is. I was like, it's a do-rag. He goes, cool, it's not mine. I spent forever until finally I was like, oh my gosh, my friend Lauren came and stayed with me, and she's African American. She came in, and it was hers. I had 2 of them left over, and she was like, those are mine, I'm sorry. I was like, I was really confused.
I thought it was from the one time you hung out with Waka Flocka Flame. You kept you're like, you said you can go Waka, but I'm keeping the do-rag.
I'm keeping this on from your sweaty head. He does not wear deodorant. I will say that with my chest.
Oh, Waka Flocka.
Oh my God. Speaking of not wearing deodorant, I'm wearing some today, but I was at the gym yesterday, and I almost threw up from a guy, and he was doing like
why do people do that? Like, it's because they get blind, they get like scent blind to their own like blind odor. Yeah. And that actually is so funny that you said nose blind, because this brings me up to another thing. I just had to message, do you know Brooke Lee?
Singer, songwriter? Yeah.
I think I saw her at the gym yesterday. But Brailey, when I say that I have such significant face blindness, I don't remember somebody until I've met them at least 6 or 7 times. Like at least their face. I remember their essence. I remember their name. I remember what they sound like, you know?
Yeah.
But the face thing, I was just like, and she smiled at me at one point, and I was like, but then I found myself the whole time, I just kept staring and looking at her. And one time I stared back, and she was gone. Like, she ran out of there.
It was just your...
And I was like,
she was never there.
Yeah, I was like... So I sent Brooke a message today, and I was like, were you at Planet Fitness the other day? I don't know. She didn't message. No.
Oh, she ghosted.
Yeah.
Okay, Josh, speaking of you at the gym.
Yeah.
There are 3 girls that I work with. Every time they're like, I see Josh at the gym all the time. I'm like, you have to go say hi to him.
Me?
Yes, they see you at the gym.
They go to what, Planet Fitness?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
But there's Olivia and Taylor were saying yesterday, she was like, I saw Josh at the gym. And Olivia's like, I'm always trying to build up the courage to go say hi. sorry.
Dakota should
go say hi to Josh. I'm like, go say hi to him. Make him uncomfortable.
Don't say
Do it
hi
in the
to
middle
me.
of a set.
Dude, one time because Anna McElroy and I used to work out at that same Planet Fitness, which I think I'm going to switch to her gym, which is like, it's way nicer in the nations.
Crunch?
No, it's called Carbon or something. I don't know. Like
it's called Meaty Beefy.
Yeah. It's called Meaty Beefcakes 10,000. But one time she was at the gym and she was doing, because I'm sure like she's a young girl. Like I'm sure like she gets hit on sometimes or whatever, but I freaked her out so bad. She was doing the row machine. And so she was just like, and I walked up behind her and I put my hands over her hands. Her face when she turned around was
I'm sure that terrified her. Like,
oh my God, that was so funny though. It was one of the funniest moments.
Anna,
like fucking Swayze and Ghost with the pottery.
I guarantee she was like, either this is my future husband or I'm about to get killed. And she turns around and it's you and it's neither.
She's like, indifferent? I'm just indifferent. Yeah.
She posted a photo this morning. She looks jacked.
Dude, Anna is jacked. She really, she gets after it every day. I think she walks like 4 miles a day, I think, and then she's always lifting stuff too. Her and I both hate leg day. It's great.
I hate leg day.
You know what I started doing? I told her.
Not doing leg day?
No. I just do limb day, where I do like 90% arms and like 10%.
Yeah, as long as you're doing
legs.
something.
Yeah, I just get a little bit of legs.
I started doing leg day yesterday, and I gave up halfway through my workout because.
What'd you do? Did you switch or did you just?
No, I gave up because I'm about to start my period and everything. I know you can't relate to this, but you can in an extent if you have period.
Well, like I said,
what is it when guys have period sympathy?
Yeah, that and like I said, I've eaten a lot of weird meals, so I've been very crampy, you know what I mean? Like
for sure.
I've cried from the cramps I've gotten,
Oh, no. But here's the thing though, when you're about to start your period, everything feels so heavy.
Yeah.
I mean like 35 pounds including your flow. Everything felt heavy, and then that guy smelled bad, and I was like, "I'm out of here.
Yeah,
I can't do this anymore."
Because you're that all kind of like
it's all heightened,
right?
Like I can hear things that I don't want to hear. Oh my gosh,
thoughts that are
I want to die.
I get it, man. I don't, but I mean,
I get it, man.
I get it. Speaking of periods, I'm an expert.
I still haven't gotten that period simulator.
Oh yeah,
yet.
come on, bring it in. I bet you put it on me, and I say, "Wow, this feels just like I had a Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell."
You know what? I will. Okay, so yes, that is a cramp that might feel like that because I do get poop cramps on my period cramps, but period cramps are like I can't even explain. I wish I could explain to a man like what it feels like. But
I wish. I mean, I really do. Like, I'm excited to try the simulator. Not.
I'm gonna just do right of way. Just 100.
In the most intense way.
And
you send me to the hospital.
And you're gonna be like, I'm gonna poop my pants.
Yeah.
You get butt cramps. It's so weird. Being a girl is just crazy.
Yeah, it's weird because like, I mean, obviously women, and this is part of like culture and stuff, are portrayed as like so soft and so like which like it's part of that is true, but like at the same time, the most vile creatures that I've ever met in my life.
Wait, women are?
I mean, yeah, you're talking about shitting and bleeding and doing all that.
Well, you know Mother Nature.
Yeah.
It's just taking its course.
I know. No, men are too. But I'm just saying it is funny because, I think especially guys sometimes earlier on in life, they're like, I can't imagine her doing anything bad ever, or and you're like, brother man, just wait. It is a war zone out there.
I was thinking about this the other day.
There will be blood.
There will be blood. I was thinking about this the other day. I was dating this guy in college, and it was like one of those crushes that you had that like if they didn't like you back, you felt like you were gonna die.
Yeah.
And we went on our second date, and we went to like a Chinese food restaurant place. We were in the car.
Sounds terrible. Oh
and
no!
I legitimately, it wasn't gas. It was full on. If I didn't make it to the bathroom, I was gonna shit my pants. And I was like, do I be embarrassed of this or do I own it? So I looked right at him. I go, I'm letting you know right now. I know this is going to be very unladylike, but if you don't get me to the bathroom, I'm going to shit my pants. He was like, all right. And then we dated for 2 years.
2 years after that?
I was so
well, you know what?
sick.
It could be a breath of fresh air. Well, not the time being, I'm sure was not a breath of fresh air, but
it was
for
not.
somebody to, just be like, oh, wow, what a human moment.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
let's humanize this immediately.
Right.
The guys that are like, girls don't poop. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
No, girls be shitting.
Yeah, you know who else is shitting? All of your crushes that you have on the internet. Who's like a hot girl?
Sydney Sweeney be shitting.
Oh, she has IBS.
Yeah.
The
You
queen,
think so?
IBS. Yes.
Is that self-admitted, or you just think because she is so pretty, she definitely has?
Oh, she
IBS?
has to have. I mean, God spent a lot of time on his looks. He forgot to like fix her colon.
That's
obviously.
Yeah, that's true. He like the top half. He was just like fucking Michelangelo. You know, and he's just like, yeah, gigantic titties and whatever. Yeah, and he's like, yeah, we don't need to worry about the intricacies of how the insides work.
I remember watching the Anyone But You, because I've never watched Sydney Sweeney in anything, and I remember when like a bikini scene, I was like, my God. My God. Like, I'm no better than a man.
Wow, you had that was your first awakening for Sydney. See, I had Euphoria. She was in a movie called Voyeurs, which is interesting too. But yeah, Anyone But You. That was a fun little rom com.
I actually didn't really like it.
It was a rom com. You know what I mean? It was kind of whatever. But I find most of those movies kind of whatever. But like, what's your favorite like rom com?
My favorite rom com is probably either She's All That.
Okay, that's
or
a
Never
classic.
Been Kissed, which is very controversial now.
I'm trying to remember
Never Been
the
Kissed
premise.
is when Drew Barrymore goes back to high school as a teen.
Yeah.
And then, but on top of that, like her teacher starts falling for her.
Yeah, that's just called high school nowadays.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that movie. I loved both. Like if She's All That is on, I will watch it every single time.
I'm trying to think. I like The Proposal. I feel like that's a fun one.
I love The Proposal.
What was the one? There was one with Gerard Butler I also liked too. Ugly Truth. Was that it?
Oh my God. Tom and I watched that recently. It is like dirty.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a while, but I think I owned it at one point on DVD. But
on DVD.
On DVD.
No, there's a few. I mean, 10 Things I Hate About You. I love. I also love. I just recently
Heath
watched
Ledger.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
I love that man. He was so hot.
Yeah.
Him and No Knight's Tale.
Knight's Tale,
Don't get me started.
A classic, man.
It's called The Lance. Hello. What did she say? She's like, I'd rather be a stupid girl with a flower than a stupid man with a stick. Yeah. She's like, it's a Lance. Hello. That was a great movie.
I haven't seen that in a long time, but I did love that movie growing up.
You know what used to be my favorite movie of all time of history, and this is gonna shock you, Boondock Saints.
Really?
Yes, like
Boondock Saints.
Yes,
that does surprise me.
It surprises me. Like if you would have asked me for years and years what my favorite movie was, I was gonna say Boondock. I thought the guys were hot in it. I thought it was a really cool message. It was
Irish guys,
and they're killing bad guys, and but they're not getting caught. They're like,
it is a good movie. Yeah.
What do they say at the end of it? They're like, they're the Batmans of society. I'm like, they are.
Yeah. Wow. I haven't seen that movie in a long time either. I used to love that movie too. I'm trying to think of like all-time favorite movie.
Forrest Gump.
It's a good one. Yeah. It's a good one. The more like you watch it, you're just like, huh. Yeah.
I think what's good about Forrest Gump or great about Forrest Gump is like when I was younger and watching it, I was like, this is a good movie. But then the older you get, you realize that he had his hands in every like the largest pieces of history that you've ever known.
That's the whole.
I know, but I never understood that until I was older. Like before, it was about a guy who wanted a girl, you know. And then like as you keep going,
he's like, I have AIDS now, and he's like, I still love you, Jenny. I will gladly get tested for HIV for you.
Or like when Watergate was happening, and he's like, I think the electricity is out.
Yeah. There's people in the building.
I just sound like Myra Rose. I think there is.
The paper.
They have flashlights and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Titanic.
That's classic. Oh man. I was trying to think of like movies my dad watched over and over again, because my dad's a perpetual like movie. Like he'll watch things over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding was one that we watched
I
over
thought about
and
that movie the other
over,
day.
over again.
That was a funny movie.
The In-Laws, I believe, was the one with is it Michael Douglas and the guy who plays Nemo's dad?
I've never.
And
I don't think
he's
I've ever seen it.
in the CIA or something. I don't know. It's kind of like Meet the Parents, in a
okay.
way like that. I think, yeah. So
Meet the Parents is a
I
good
did
one.
watch that a while. Yeah, like not too long ago. I watched Meet the Parents. That's so funny.
I watched.
I got nipples, Fokker. Can you milk me?
Yeah. The most famous line of all time. I watched What to Expect When Expecting the other day on Netflix just to have background noise while I was cleaning.
Yeah.
And I forgot that movie is really good. I think it's really funny that like there's like one woman who sneezes and the baby comes out and she's like, that was easy. And the other one has to be like knocked out. Like it's such a good, and there's one girl who's adopting and there's one that got knocked up. It's like, it's actually a really great like rom-com as well, dude.
Yeah. I'm trying, a movie I think is asleep because it kind of came out, I think, around the same time as like The Hangover and stuff like that, which was fun, but Bridesmaids was awesome.
Bridesmaids is one of my all-time favorites, in my top 5.
Yeah.
If I was actually,
I always think about you in that because I could totally picture you being like wedding dress shopping.
Oh, and pooping
like,
in a sink.
and then or in the street. Yeah, just squatting down in the middle. That's what I was going to ask when you took your dog out. I'm like, do you also go?
Yeah,
Like,
I actually go. No, my favorite part of that whole scene is when the blonde girl, I forget her name, Annie, she is like, I'm actually starving. And she like takes that chocolate covered almond and it sounds like her teeth are breaking.
Oh,
it's like
it's a Jordan almond, right?
Yeah. And then like on the way home, she's like, it's not that bad. She goes, nope, I shit in the street. I shit in the street. That is such a good one.
Oh, that is.
Okay, wait. Okay, how much time we got?
We got
Oh, perfect. 5, if you were on a deserted island, you had a TV and a DVD player, what are the 5 movies you'd bring?
5 movies.
Okay, fine. 3. 5 is a lot.
Okay, 3 movies. Oh, man. I don't know. What would I... The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Oh, okay. Wait, really?
No.
Oh, I was like, wow.
Man, I don't know. See, I think if you're on a desert island, you want to go with things to keep it lighthearted. I don't know if you want action. I don't know if you want to cry. I don't know if you want to do those. You know what I mean? I might go comedy things, but I don't know. My comedy has evolved over the years. I'm not seeing a lot of movies nowadays. Back in the day, I would have been like,
Josh.
Anchorman. I would have been like super
Josh,
bad.
Hey, this is a hypothetical question. You don't have to like overthink.
It's making me question my whole life right now.
Do you want me to go first and you feel better? Twilight.
What?
New movie.
All the Twilights? No.
It's comedy. It's love. It's
not.
Fantasy.
Oh my gosh.
It's vampires.
Why? There's no nodding in it though.
I know there is.
Yeah. Well, maybe. We don't know. They don't
I will say
address it.
Twilight. I think I've said this before. If Twilight's on TV, I'll watch it.
Why don't you go with the spin-off of Twilight, the fanfic of Twilight, which is 50 Shades?
I do. I you know what's funny is like I will watch 50 Shades of Grey like if I'm bored.
I've never seen it yet.
We should have a movie marathon.
Okay. Are there only 2? Are there 3? I don't know.
3. There's 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, and 50 Shades Free.
The Darkest. Because that's when she gets into BBCs.
Yeah, obviously. No, the more I watch them, the more I'm like, what? Because like Christian Grey isn't cute.
Yeah, I think it is funny. And is it Dakota Johnson?
Dakota Johnson, which I love. Dakota Johnson.
Yeah, and she goes full Bush in that, doesn't she? Or is that?
Did you say Butch?
Bush.
Oh
Bush.
no, you
George
don't see
W.
You don't see any bushes.
Oh, I think you do.
But you do see her full forehead, which I was really shocked to know that she had that big of a forehead. But she hides it very well with her bangs.
Yeah. Well, you need to, desperate times call for desperate measures, and bangs are always a desperate measure.
I almost cut my bangs during COVID.
Which only proves my point.
Yeah, exactly. Desperate time.
She said, "This will save America."
I've always wanted bangs. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Before we get off topic.
Yeah.
Okay, give me 3 movies right now. Right, gun to head. 10, 9,
fucking
8,
Taxi
7,
Driver.
Hot.
With Queen Latifah, not the one with, not the original with De Niro. I want the movie with Jimmy Fallon and Queen Latifah. And what's the other movie where she's dying, but like she has to do she lives on like does her bucket list.
Bucket list?
No, that's The Bucket List with Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson.
I don't know. With Queen Latifah?
With Queen Latifah, yeah.
You just want all Queen Latifah?
I want only the Queen Latifah hits. That's all I want.
Okay. I don't know. I'm panicking.
Well, when we figured out Beauty Shop.
Okay.
Yeah. What other Queen Latifah hits do we have? I don't know. The one where she's dying. I can't think of it.
What about
now.
Sister Act? She's on in it.
That's
But
Whoopi Goldberg.
Something you could say, nothing you could say could tear me away from my God.
From my God.
Nothing you could do, 'cause I'm stuck like glue to my God.
From my God.
I may not be a movie. I don't know why I remember this.
You do like the back of your hand, like it's religion. I don't know. I'm really bad at answering those questions because
okay.
I'm so situational on like what I want to watch. Like some days I'll just sit down and turn on the first thing that comes across the TV screen.
You know,
I end up watching a lot of ads. Thinking they're movies.
This movie's really long and it's just an ad. Do you have YouTube TV?
I don't know. I know a lot of people swear by YouTube TV.
We share it with our friends because as long as you're in the same area, you can share it with people.
Oh, that's nice.
But they'll let you choose between commercials or like a commercial or like a meditation kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, press here for like meditation. And I pressed it the other day and it's just a bunch of dolphins swimming in the ocean. I'm like, this is nice. This is actually beautiful.
Yeah.
So
it's peaceful.
Peaceful and gorgeous.
All right, let's move on to our next.
Okay, because we're going to have to talk about Love is Blind because I have a lot to say.
Love is blind.
Blind.
Yeah.
I am following this girl on TikTok. I'm not following her because I refuse to follow her because she's stupid. But she lives. Okay, first of all, my heart goes out to Florida. This woman lives on the beach in the direct path of Hurricane Milton, which is a terrible name for a hurricane. That's not scary at all. I know a Milton.
Yeah.
I know a Milton. Anyways, and
hurricane malicious.
Yeah, they need to be like hurricane death fire, like like something.
Yeah.
Anyways, she refuses to leave her house. She like shows her house. She's like, I'm not leaving. Look at my house. And it's like it's full. It's like concrete. She is like, I'll just go to the third floor. And I'm like, the surges are like 15 feet. Like that's insane.
That is crazy.
And she's like, I don't care what you people say. Everybody's like, okay, have fun and death.
Yeah.
Like.
So the first hurricane, did it skip? It skipped over South Carolina, or did South Carolina get hit too? Because I just know we've heard a lot about Florida and we've heard a lot about Asheville, North Carolina, which is crazy because Asheville's 2,000 feet above sea level and it's 300 miles inland from any ocean.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure in Asheville they had levees break because they got 30.
That's kind of the same thing that like happened with Katrina.
Yeah, so it was like 30 inches of rain in a matter of like hours, and so regardless, like nothing could like prepare you for that. But I think some South Carolina did get hit because it was supposed to go like this and then like that, like east and then west, but it just kept going east.
Gotcha.
And so like Asheville wasn't even supposed to get hit, and then it did.
Yeah.
And it's like
they showed the like space view of Milton today. I saw it, and it's like it's so huge. It's great.
Yeah.
We're supposed to have a Florida event in like a few weeks, and I'm like, I wonder what's gonna. I hope nothing happens.
I know. I hope that it like
really
kind of downgrades.
Yeah.
Apparently, like Tampa's never had a hurricane hit them ever because of the Indian burial grounds. They say it protects them.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I don't know, you guys.
Yeah.
And there's also like these influencers are like, we're still going to Disney, and I'm like, bitch.
All right. So we both started watching the currencies. They're still releasing episodes, right?
Yeah. There's going to be a few weeks of it.
Love is Blind, and it is ridiculous. I'll tell you the people I hate.
Wait. Have you watched it ever before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched the first couple seasons, and I was just like, this is the stupidest premise for a show because it's just like the first part is like, yeah, Love is Blind or whatever. Then it's just like, nope, no, actually, no, now it's not.
It's not.
Yeah, now actually we get engaged the first time we see each other, but then we all get to go to a resort and see what each other looks like, and then we get to talk about what each other looks like.
I was thinking about this too. I'm like, if we were in the pods, me and you, and like I was like talking to you, I'd be like, this guy definitely is a 6 foot tall penis for sure. I would just know from the sound of your voice. I would know immediately what you look like.
From the sound, really,
penis.
because I was talking the other night about how I would probably crush it on Love Is Blind. I would be. I have a good personality, Brailey. Like people, like
you could be a 6 foot tall penis and have a great personality, Josh.
Well, yeah, that's
You're
only
doing
a
it right
perk.
now.
It's a perk. All right.
Okay, let's start with who's like the people that you hate the most in the men, and I brought them up just in case you forgot their name.
Oh, I didn't forget their name. Hannah
okay.
and Nick D.
Wait, who is it?
Hannah.
And my
Nick
gosh.
D, who said he's better looking than Travis Kelce, who said he's bigger than Travis, I think, or something like. And then you see him and you're like, who invited Kmart Jack Harlow to the, like, what are you? He's just like, I'm just swaggy like that, you know.
You know
like,
what's even funnier
yeah.
is like she was like so upset. She was like, I thought he was gonna be this big football player. Hey, babe, he literally said he was a kicker. What kicker do you know is like
he's
big?
Just Jack. He's like standing 6'6", 310 pounds.
You know, unless she's thinking of the Missouri kicker, which they call the thicker, because
the thicker,
he's a little round.
Yeah, but then did she say she looked like Megan Fox at one point? Or
No, that was last season. That was Chelsea from last
okay.
season. She actually, I don't really like Hannah, and I don't like her personality.
Yeah, no, me either, because she's 26. That's probably why.
Yeah, she is 26. Yeah. Because I follow her. I like went to her TikTok recently, and I was like, and it happens every time they get done filming the show, and then they look like a totally different person, like right after. But I'm like, baby, like yeah, like is Nick D like that cute? No, but like.
No, Nick D is annoying too.
He's so annoying.
He's annoying. He's an annoying person.
Did you see where he was riding that duck?
Yeah, the duck, and the lady comes over and she's like, "You're jealous. Don't be jealous."
I know.
But then she changes the story up once they're at the hangout. She's like, "Yeah, some lady was yelling at me like you're a jealous little bitch." You know? I was like, that is, you are being very liberal with the story there.
You are. You're trying. Okay.
No, there's okay. How about the people who did their own vacation and then they just weren't on the show anymore?
I know.
Leo and Brittany.
Yeah. I was just
Thank you. I'm so happy to go on a vacation with you, Leo.
They knew they weren't going to Cancun.
Yeah,
they knew they weren't, because she's like, if whether we go to Cancun, we're gonna go to Miami.
Yeah,
and
she's like, "You're rich. Oh my god, you're so hot."
Yes, yeah. He's like, I don't want people to like only like me for my money, but I have a lot of money. I have a lot of money. I inherited millions.
A lot of money. More money than you've ever seen. It's actually quite impressive.
My favorite part about Leo, because I could not stand this man at all. There was nothing about him that was appealing to me at all. Is that when Hannah's trying to break up with him and he is full on being like,
just
no,
being like, yeah. He's
no.
like, are you kidding me? Like, yeah, like he's yelling at her. And
he's like, so,
he doesn't even want to be with her.
So if I asked you to marry me right now, she's like, well, are you asking? He's like, well, no.
Yeah. Well, no, I just thought that you would, wait or what, like.
And then he goes.
Like, chill, dude. Like,
he goes, well, she's like, well, no, Nick is the one. Well, yeah, well, I really only like Brittany.
Yeah. He's like, I like at the end where they're like, I'm so happy for you. That's your person. Go be with your person. Yeah. Oh. And then the other person's like, I'm so happy for you.
I'm so happy for you. Yeah. You know what I can't wait for?
She goes, cool, cool, Leo, and then walks out.
I mean, like, I would pick Nick D over Leo. Easy.
Yeah. Oh,
easy.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, I didn't like there's one point where he looked at Brittany when they met and he was like, are you cold? And she was like, no. Why? And he goes, I was going to give you my jacket.
He does it anyways. He still leaves the jacket with her.
And every time he tried to kiss her, she was like,
see, I would have done, are you cold? No. Why?
Why? And that was her voice.
Your nips are hard.
Brittany is beautiful. But what's funny is like if I close my eyes and listen to her, that's exactly who I would picture. Exactly who I would picture.
She is. She's beautiful in the way that like being made by Mattel is beautiful. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
You were crafted, you know?
Yes. Exactly.
Chiseled.
I think it's just so funny. And also Love is Blind does a terrible job of like doing background checks on these people because like I think now like four of the guys have officially come out as having one, kids that they didn't know about, or two, had a girlfriend or a significant
other. Well, that's what
other.
I'm saying. Like, why don't we just go on the show? Because after we could be like, actually, the reason we have all this good character development is because
and we just pick each other. We're like, you want to start a podcast?
Yeah.
As long as me and Tom and you and Courtney get rich at the end of it, that's all that matters.
It's all that matters.
That's all the reason why people are on there. Yeah. I was watching like the newest episode like recently, and Nick D lives in the basement of his parents' house, which
I don't know if I've seen.
How old is Nick? Let's look. Nick is 29.
Okay, that's acceptable to live in your parents' basement.
Oh, wait. Should we read the about him? Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Former All-American college football player Nick retired his cleats when his dream of playing in the NFL came to the end. Yeah, because they only take like 4 kickers.
Yeah.
But after building a stable real estate career and investing in his own happiness, he set his eyes on a new goal.
Here's the doctor. They're going to tell me if I'm dying. Should I answer it? Yeah. Hello?
Hey, Josh, this is Lindsay at Dr. Shoemaker's office.
Hey.
So we did get your lab work back, and it still came back. So your hematocrit high, still your platelet count is high, as well as your neutrophils. So they want to do a blood doctor referral.
Yeah.
It's a hematologist. I'm sure they discussed that with you last time you were here.
Yeah. So the white blood cells are still high?
Yeah, they're 12.1. They're even higher than they were last time.
Oh.
So they were 11.2, and then this time we took them, they were 12.1.
Okay.
So I'm going to send that to you. Do you have a certain hospital that you want to be affiliated with? We usually do like Tennessee, or we usually do St. Thomas.
Yeah, St. Thomas is normally my hospital.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll get that referral sent in for you, and then if you don't hear from us in about a week, let us know. But we'll send that now as well. We'll send your labs and stuff too, and then they'll reach out to you for an appointment.
Okay.
All right?
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. You have a good day.
All right, you too.
All right, thanks.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye. Breaking news. I'm fucking dying.
He's not dying. He's not dying.
No.
But he is
Not
having a little
yet.
scare.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
These people have kicked me around. I like how medical records are supposed to be sealed, and I just took it.
But I also like how you're like, well, St. Thomas is typically my hospital. Like you're there all the time.
Yeah. It is where I hang out and I do a lot of my businesses. But no, these people, I go to a small podunk doctor in Ashland City called, I don't care, Dr. Shoemaker. That's his name. And it's in a little building it was an old house, and all like they have a little tiny TV in there, and they play the Andy Griffith show over and over and over again. So you're just sitting there and you're like, I might be dying, and you just hear and you're like, awesome. This is a great.
Great.
Yeah. These people have jerked me around so much. I got blood work 2 weeks ago. They're like, hey, we need you to come back immediately and get a follow-up blood thing. We saw some stuff we really don't like. And I was like, okay. So I go back the next day and get blood work, and they're like, we will have the results in tomorrow. This is very important. I was like, great. Call them the next day. They said, no, don't have the results in. Call them again later that day. They close at noon on Fridays because why not? I guess the guy probably rides to the doctor's office on horseback, so he needs to get home before sundown. And they're like, oh yeah, we have the results, that the doctor has to sign off on them. And it's like, okay, I hope he does that soon. Call on Monday. Doctor has to sign off on them. We just got the results today. I was like, you said you got them Friday. And they're like, no, today. And I was like, oh, okay. Call Tuesday. Hey, results? They're like, We just got them. And I was like, how have you just gotten them 3 days?
Hello.
So anyway, I don't know what that means. I have thick blood. I have too much blood.
Oh, because he's just an overachiever
I got too
over
much
here.
blood.
If you had your period, you wouldn't.
Well, I know. Well, I'm a 6 foot tall penis, and I'm always
You're really
standing up.
living
I'm very, very erect. But yeah, so I might be dying. But
No, I've already diagnosed you. You have a protein in your blood.
yeah, I have a rare protein.
A rare protein in my blood. I think I'm having a really good time.
I don't think I like.
I don't think I like this. Yes. So, but Josh is dealing with that, but he's gonna be fine. So it's okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna.
We
be
might
fine.
not make episode 20.
We
see.
will make it. Episode 20 is the goal, guys.
This is episode 19 right now.
I texted Josh the other day.
This is 19.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow, we're doing it.
Next episode's 20.
And that should be our ghost show.
If I don't die by next week.
Oh my God, you're not gonna die. I texted Josh after he was like telling me about it, and I was like, "How are you feeling?" And he sends me a song. He sends me.
I'm not joking. Can I tell you the songs I was listening to on the way?
Were you really listening to those? Oh my God, Josh!
It was because they freaked me out so bad at the doctor. On the way in from Nashville City to West Nashville, I listened to Live Like You Were Dying by Tim McGraw, Go Rest High on That Mountain by Vince Gill. I listened to I Hope You Dance by Leanne Womack.
Who You Be Today, Kenny Chesney.
What was the Rascal Flatts song, What Hurts the Most?
Oh my gosh. Oh,
and it
my
was
God.
me. I hurt the most. That's who hurt the most.
Yeah, you would hurt the most.
It's been so close and having so much to say.
Watching you walk away. Oh, they're going back on tour.
Wow.
But
yeah. And there's people working, and this is an office building.
nobody's here yet.
Yeah, they are. They are. We saw that they're going back on tour.
But yeah, so we'll keep you guys updated if you're interested in Josh's blood journey.
Oh, yeah. And also, if anybody wants some blood, I have too much of it. So.
Which, again, I was reading you could be pregnant.
Yeah, well, that would make sense.
Yeah, but most likely you have that extra protein, like your uncle,
my
grandpa. Yeah, your uncle, grandpa.
My uncle, grandpa. We're not from Alabama.
Josh.
What?
Okay, I'm switching gears. I'm sorry because I know this is probably something you don't want to talk about, like on here.
What?
And we can go back to Love It Blind later. I had this woman come into the store yesterday, and she was with her 26-year-old daughter, and she looked probably about 56, 57-ish.
Yeah, so she had her when she was 20.
Yeah. She looked like she was at least pushing 60.
Yeah.
They both had like strollers or whatever, and I was like, man, those kids look close in age. And I was like, oh my God, they're so cute, blah, blah, blah. And I looked at the little boy and I was like, how old is he? She was like, oh, well, he's 22 months. I was like, oh, you're almost 2, blah, 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 talking to the baby. And she was like, and she is 11 months and she is his aunt.
Whoa.
And she goes, she was a shock. And I was like, you wouldn't say.
My aunt had a baby at 50 something. Yeah.
Yeah. And she was like, so her oldest daughter is 26. Then she has a 20-year-old and a 17-year-old and now an 11-month-old.
Crazy.
Ah, man. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
I can't.
That might happen to you.
Shut up, Joshua.
That could be your journey. Could you imagine? You adopt all these kids and then like at 55, you're
and
like.
that's when my body decides to be like, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The eggs are ripe.
We were talking. My friend is trying to get pregnant too right now, and she was like she's gotten testing done, and like nothing's wrong with her. So the next is her husband. She was like, watch. I feel like my husband's sperm is just like, I don't know, playing football, and I'm like, I know. I feel like Tom's sperm is just lifting weights. So we're just like, don't know what to do, but yeah.
Are you saying that's a result of?
Yeah, like that. They're just staying. They're not actually coming out. They're just staying in him lifting weights at the gym.
Yeah. Well, maybe, that could be where it's getting expended, They're just like,
yeah.
Leave it all. They do say leave it all on the gym floor. And
Ew.
that might
So gross. I'm going to go to the gym after
floors
this and I'm
are
going to think
sticky.
about that. Oh my God.
It's all those Montana boys.
Oh my, we saw a Montana boy yesterday in the wild.
Dude, I can't believe that people that are your friends work out at the same gym as me, and then they've never said hi to me. I bet you I've made eye contact with them though.
Well,
I make eye contact with everybody.
I showed them all the picture of you in the bikini, and I was like, go say that you've seen him in the bikini.
Oh, I sent it to Katie yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Katie Kalb?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because she was talking about. She's like, I need merch or whatever, and I was like, of course, like I was like, we have hats. Like, she's like, send me. I need to do it. You see her more than I do, so I'll give you a hat. But she's like, no, actually, forget that. I said, whatever you want. She's like, I want a T-shirt with Brailey's face on one tit and your face on the other. And I said,
what if we do?
We could definitely do that.
Both of our faces, one's like this, and yours is like, and that's like the nipple.
And that's. Okay,
that's perfect.
That's
it.
Good. That's good for us. But I said done, whatever. But then I showed her. I was like, Brailey and I were going to play a music festival, and then we were all going to like get these shirts that have like the cartoon bodies on them. But I got this hyper realistic one with a woman's body.
So real.
It's so funny.
Oh my gosh. The moment you saw the picture, at first I had to like squint my eyes.
Like double take? Like
yes,
what is
because
happening?
Like you really couldn't tell like what was your body and like what wasn't. And his nipples are hard in it. So like it's perfectly
and they're
placed.
like right on the line of the bikini.
Yes,
it's
it's perfect. We were so bummed because Hurricane Helene came through and they had to cancel it.
They canceled it out, but dang. We missed out on.
We really did.
We did. April. They said they're bringing it back.
Yeah, and then you guys can come. I think for our next podcast next week, and hear me out.
Yeah.
Should we dress up? Because I think it will come out around Halloween.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, she's so freaking cute.
I know.
Oh, she got herself a car.
Well, Toyota's her sponsor.
Tom has to get a new car.
Oh, he still hasn't got one yet?
No, and guys,
what's he honing in on? What's he like?
Tom
does he have...
in his heart wants a truck.
Yeah.
I know he does. Like
trucks are pretty expensive though.
Yeah, and he deserves a truck. He's like 6'2", and and the thing is like he's also doing a lot where he has to use the trunk of a car, and so he uses mine.
Yeah, I'm sure he's moving equipment around. He's doing different things.
He's like putting like barbells in the back, and, Anyways, but yeah, trucks are super expensive, and so he's now kind of looking at Ford Explorer because those are really great right now. I think that he should get the Volkswagen Atlas Sport. Because those are sleek and beautiful, and I love them, and I want to drive it.
Yeah, you're a Volkswagen. You really like those Nazi mobiles.
Yeah. You know what made me really upset is after I got my Volkswagen, I saw a rumor that if you spin the Volkswagen symbol, it's a Nazi symbol. It's not, by the way. It's not.
It's just a V and a W.
I know. I was like, is this true? Yeah. No.
No, it's not. But all those. Volkswagen and Mercedes, all of them are. Yeah, they really upped their production in the 1940s.
We went to. I know the reason why I think BMW even exists is because of Hitler.
Yeah,
or something like that. I might have made that up.
I think that's Mercedes.
Mercedes. Yeah, we went to the car.
The three things on the Mercedes stand for land, air, and sea because they make ships, they make planes, they make.
I thought it just stood for I am rich.
No. Yeah, I am a Nazi.
I am a Nazi. Somebody's going to cut that up and be like, she said it one time.
Yeah, she said it. And she also always encouraged him to say the N-word.
Also, fuck you, Nazis. Yeah. Don't listen to our podcast. Don't make me say it again.
That's one N-word we will say.
Yeah, stupid.
Screw Nazis.
I always know that like people in the South are like racist and bigoted. Like not all of them.
Oh, really? All of them?
Not all of them.
Oh, okay.
Not all of them.
I thought you had to be.
But my friend was like trolling one of his. I don't know if we're gonna say it anyways. He doesn't listen.
Okay.
He was like trolling his friend group who are like all Georgia fans, and he was like, "Well, y'all suck still, whatever." And he was like, and he showed like Ryan Williams on Alabama. He had painted nails because his little sister painted his nails before a game.
Yeah.
And he kept it. He was like, why not? Like my sister did it. And this guy goes, he is such a F word. Like as in.
Like a bundle of sticks? Like a bundle of sticks?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
He used the F word.
Like a cigarette? And
yes, like a cigarette. He is such an F. And like went on this like whole like homophobic rant, and my friend sent it to me because I asked him, I was like, how are your friends doing? And he was like, not well. And I was like, Holy shit, you should have never sent this to me because one, I hate this guy. He's always been on my shit list. I think he's a shit person.
Oh, you know him?
Yes. And because he's just a bad person. And I'm like,
Really?
ew. Like, why are you still using that?
Is he from around town from here?
He's from Georgia.
But is he from here?
From Nashville?
Or does he live here?
No.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know,
I was
but I
gonna
think we should
guess
just
who
go
it
show up at
was.
his house and be like, excuse me.
We should.
And we'll hold him down and paint his nails.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys, how about we grow up a little bit? But anyways,
Yeah.
I was so shocked at like the verbiage that is still being used, like maybe not in public, but like behind doors. Like that's a big deal.
Yeah, but in public enough.
In public
it definitely
enough.
is like
The group had like 12
you hear
people
it.
in it.
Yeah, you definitely hear it still, and you're like, huh.
We had a
Crazy.
guy come into our store the other day. We have a safe place sticker on our door, and that is strictly for like people who need a safe haven if they're being like followed or anything like that. And it is.
Felt a little misty.
Okay.
I was just checking.
And the sticker is rainbow because it's like a collaboration with the PD and like LGBTQ, but it's for everybody.
We got a police department gay collab.
No, it's like the safe place.
Are they
like,
dropping merch?
No, but the safe
Be
place
tight.
part of it is
Yeah.
like they were like, we don't feel safe.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So businesses put it on their door to know that like if you need help, come in here. We'll call the cops for you. This
Yeah.
guy, giant big guy, comes in. He goes, "Oh, look, this is a safe place." And this other girl in the store turned around. She was like, "Yeah, I'm glad we have a place that is like a safe haven for people who are being
It
followed."
was until you showed
Yeah,
up.
I'm like, get out.
Yeah.
Grow
But it
up.
was me. I was the giant big
It
guy.
was.
I
It was
said,
a giant 6 foot tall
safe
penis
place. Yeah.
with thick blood.
And I came in with 2 revolvers and I. Bah, 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 bah. And so, how safe is it now?
Hey guys, should we go back to muskets?
Muskets would be cool, dude. Yeah, that's what somebody said one time. They're like, yeah, the rules of 1776 when you could block a bullet by wearing a heavy coat.
And people could outrun a bullet because it took them 10 minutes to reload a gun.
Yeah, pouring down the thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Our
it is
world
crazy.
is silly.
It is crazy.
Our
That
world
being
is-
said, I do think I'm going to get a Glock soon.
A Glock?
Yeah, it's a pistol. It's a.
Thank
one
you.
with yeah.
Thank you, Josh.
Just because the only thing that can stop a good guy with a gun is a bad guy with a gun. And I'm a bad boy.
And now we're on the
I need
FBI
a
list.
spanking.
You would get along. My friend Taylor yesterday at work, she did the exact same thing that you just did. She goes, "Yeah, my parents used to spank me because I was naughty." And she was like, "But now I'm naughty." Oh my gosh. Yeah, guns. Sure. I'll take a gun.
Yeah,
I used
why
to
not?
have one.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
I did too, but then it started talking to me and I had to get rid of it.
See, I had to get rid of it for my mental health.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. It was just like, how do you know what flavor I am if you've never put me in your mouth? And you're like, not today, gun.
Well, see,
Yeah.
that's something
But
that
I'm doing better now, so it's good.
that is something Tom and I talked about. I was like, I don't feel like I'd ever kill myself, but since I do struggle with mental health, I never want an
To have
option
the
for it.
yeah.
Yeah, and so
But I mean, you can OD on Advil. You know what I mean?
yeah, but like,
But you don't think that would be like your
that wouldn't be? It would be.
your
It'd have to be
go-to.
something like super quick.
Yeah,
but I would never
right.
kill myself. Let me put that. Even
Right.
talking about it makes my brain hurt. Like I don't like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we don't carry. I don't want to say that.
Well, you got to be real. I mean, the thing is, I think everybody thinks about death, you know?
Yeah.
And I do like that, like, therapists now, they do kind of address it more like that. It used to kind of be like a trick question. They're like, have you ever thought about killing yourself? They're like, and they just have their phone wavering over the 911, like we're going to get them. We got them, boys. Yeah.
You remember when I went through that like really, really bad depression, 2022. I remember calling, and I was terrified of death.
Yeah.
And like, but I couldn't control my thoughts. I couldn't control them. I was really scared. So I called my psychiatrist and I was like, I don't want to ever kill myself because I'm terrified of death. And I was like, so I don't like it entering my brain. He was like, it's your fight or flight mode.
Yeah.
He was like, you just have to fight. He was like, you're fine. You're okay. You're
Yeah.
good. Like surround yourself with people. And I was like, slay.
Yeah.
He's like, take your freaking
Slay,
soul off.
just not yourself.
Just not yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that personally, we would have other defense mechanisms other than a gun if we needed it. Or really,
Yeah.
honestly, damn. If they're gonna take me out, just take me out.
Send me that video.
Oh,
That
wonder
must
that
not
one
have
too.
sent. That's what's so funny.
We didn't have
It
service.
just showed that she read it but never sent anything.
But I took a video with her, so I don't know who it went to. Also at that game, this woman threw up.
Did you get her tickets? Were you the
No,
hookup?
I had tickets, but since I was wearing Alabama, like I couldn't really do
Go
much.
down.
Yeah, but this woman sitting next to us projectile vomited because it was so freaking hot, and she threw up all over a kid with special needs. And so I had to call Tom to come bring him a new shirt because he had to take his shirt off, and it was just so sad.
Damn, was he an Alabama fan? He had to bring him a Vanderbilt shirt.
He did, and we turned it inside out, and everybody applauded Tom.
Why didn't you? You normally go full body paint anyways. Why didn't you just give him your shirt?
You know what? I should have. In fact, I painted over my boobs this time. It was so fun. Oh my gosh.
I sent you, that one. I was like in a group chat with the one lady who had like the elephant like that.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I did not have a good day Saturday.
Yeah, no, that was kind of a surprise. And then I'm sure. What did Vanderbilt get Tom some scuba gear because he's just like at the bottom of the Cumberland right now fishing out the goalpost?
I can now laugh about it. It's funny now.
Yeah.
There was a guy literally. So if you guys don't know, a historical win for Vanderbilt beat Alabama this weekend. I was there. It sucked. They tore down the goalpost, obviously, and literally there's a photo of them tearing it down, and there's one guy that's riding on the end of it this out of the stadium. They brought it all the way down to Broadway.
3.5 miles. Yeah.
Yes. And then also they're going in the river. Threw it in the river.
Yeah.
The fire department had to fish it out, and now they are cutting it up and selling it for $1,000 a piece.
Because to offset what was $100,000 fine or something?
Yeah, it was $100,000. It would have been more, but this is like their first offense because they don't get many wins. But that's also not the first when Tennessee beat Alabama, because it's always when somebody beats Alabama.
Well, that's what everyone's saying. They're like, "Oh, Vanderbilt wants to beat Tennessee so far." I was like, "You guys drive." All the way. Yeah. And this thing.
So it wasn't fun for me. I was in a horrible, I had 67 text messages from people, and I'm like, fuck you guys. I don't even talk to you. I'm actually not a shit talker when it comes to football. I don't shit talk to people because I hate when people shit talk to me.
Yeah.
And I'm also a very sore loser.
I literally just get up. I don't watch the games or anything. I just get up. I Google who Alabama is playing, and then I just send Brailey a text message.
I'll be like, go Dogs.
Yeah, the other day I was like, go Dogs.
He sent me a picture of the Longhorns playing Alabama, and it was like 100-0. And
I play on rookie mode on NCAA.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, it basically plays the game for you. All you do is press pass, and I throw Hail Marys every time. And
my gosh. But it was so annoying. And here's the thing too, is again, I'm like a sore loser, and that sucks. But the amount of Georgia fans that messaged me, and I was like, didn't you guys just lose to us last week?
Right. You're like, chill. Are you a Vandy fan now?
Yeah. Every time a Georgia fan would text me or message me or anything like that, I would just send them the screenshot picture of them of Alabama intercepting the ball and winning the game. So I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Right.
I can't hear
you. What short memories we have.
Yes. Georgia is an insufferable fan base. Yeah. Especially being from Georgia.
Go Dogs.
Shut the fuck up, Josh. Shut up. They're eating the dogs, eating the cats.
Eating the cats.
Eat the cats. Eat the cats.
Oh, well. Yeah.
I have more tea about the Vanderbilt quarterbacks.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Don't talk about it.
I can't. I know Tom was like, you take it out.
Then I have to edit more, and
it's just too much.
It's annoying.
I actually had to write Tom an apology note.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. I got him cookies.
What?
Because I wasn't, Tom and I kind of got before, the Alabama Vanderbilt game, we got into a little bit of fight on our anniversary. It wasn't a big fight. It was just kind of like a misunderstanding. And then I was in a really bad mood that Alabama lost.
It's funny because you guys don't really often
We don't ever fight. No.
Really?
But he was like, I get it now. I could see it from perspective. He was stressed about the game. And then afterwards, because they stormed the field and they took the goalpost, Tom was there until 12 o'clock at night. So he had been there from 7 a.m. until 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And when he got home, I was just in a sour mood. I was in a bad mood. I was so fucking hot at that game. I wanted to die.
Yeah.
And it was just not a good day. In general,
Yeah.
it was just not, even if Alabama won, it still wouldn't have been a good day.
You should have been chugging ice cold beers, and that probably would
I
have.
asked, Anna was at the concession stand. She called me. She goes, "What do you want?" I was like, "Can you please get me water?" She brings me a high noon. And I'm
Yeah.
like, Anna! So
She
I
does
just
not like to drink alone.
I felt like I ruined our anniversary. So I got him cookies and a little note. And then
that'll make it
he
all
came
better.
home from work and he goes, and I was like, "Did you see the cookies on the counter? I left you a note." And he goes, "It better not be an apology note." And he's like, I hear him in the kitchen as I'm outside going, "It is an apology note." But he got me a little bracelet.
Oh, that's super nice.
I got him new shorts.
Well, that's so nice.
What'd you get me for my anniversary?
I haven't gotten anything from either of you guys, so nothing.
I do have a thank you note for you.
You have a thank you note for me?
Yeah.
For why?
For donating to our adoption.
Oh, that's fine.
How about I just say thank you?
You're welcome.
Easy.
That was
Saves
easy.
me a stamp.
Yeah. That was no need to buy postage or anything.
Yeah. So this weekend, Alabama has South Carolina, but they're coming back, y'all. Here, you heard it here first. Alabama will not lose another game this season at all. They will beat Tennessee.
I don't know.
Mark my words.
I don't know about that.
Shut up, Josh.
What are the symbols on your bracelet?
So Josh went like Brailey themed. So we have a B for Brailey or for bitch.
Tom went Brailey themed.
Yes. And then a Gemini symbol because I am a Gemini, and then Pearl is the birthstone
You are kind
for
of a
June.
two-faced bitch.
I'm a two-faced bitch, but also as pretty as a pearl. So I really do want to host our own round at the listening room. I would love that.
Yeah, that'd be
Not
fun.
for like, oh God, please another podcast. I mean, like just in general, like with my friends. But I don't know
Yeah.
how to get in it, and nobody's telling me the secret.
Who cares? I don't even like music anymore. So.
I know you don't, but one day when you like it again.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's check back in when I like music again, for
Yeah,
sure.
I did have a little minty bee last night thinking about music.
Did you? Mm-hmm. We did kind of talk on the way home, and we were already kind of talking about stuff like that.
Yeah, it's just like I think I'm just having a really hard time. I know we talked about it when I was like at the grocery store and stuff, but what I'm having a hard time with is like two things can exist at the same time. You can be happy for your friends, but also be upset that like things aren't happening for you.
Yeah.
And a lot of amazing, beautiful things are happening for my friends, and I feel so stagnant. And so I feel really lost in the music industry and just in general. And it's like and Josh and I have talked about it. It is so hard to have like a passion that you love so much and that's been placed on your heart and your soul like your entire life, and then just have no idea what to do with it. And it's a very lost without a map feeling, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, that's the thing is like, there's no one way to do it. You know what I mean? There's one way to become a doctor. There's one way to become a bricklayer.
yes,
There's one way, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Josh, that's the smartest thing you've ever said.
Well, I definitely feel you. And, yeah, it is one of those things. And it's kind of an intangible thing, you know what I mean? Like you make tangible things, but like always like, it's like there's an audience who decides, or there's like, you know, or whatever. And like, also, yeah, it's just any industry. There's always like people who are kind of the gatekeepers and the people who hold the power, and they decide, you know, what's good, what's not good. And sometimes they can serve that to a larger audience.
And we were talking about like what makes a hit and what doesn't make a hit in the sense of like, and a lot of times like A&R people do get it wrong. They get it wrong. And it's like, we were talking about, well, I was talking recently about people who put albums out.
Yeah.
And some of the best cuts ever are like the deep cuts. They're not the singles and stuff. I don't know. I'm just feeling and I do get this way every year at the end of the year. I always have. I always will. I do love music. And I think the reason why it hurts so much is because I do love it so much and I'm so passionate about it. Like I write every day, like whether it be with people or by myself, like it's embedded in me. Like I just hate that I can't figure it out. And I feel, and it feels like nobody wants me. And that's a really hard thing to like deal with. I mean, nobody wants me in general, but like in the music industry, nobody wants me. And that's really hard. That's a difficult thing. That's a pill to swallow. That's too big.
Yeah. I don't want to take away from that because I think it feels like that for sure. But I don't know if it's necessarily that. I think people in general kind of like they need to see a proven product. So if like, I think like if a bunch of people are just like, on this, writing this person, like they're like, oh yeah, like this person's so hot right now, you know, like it inspires other people to be like, what is this person seeing this person? Very rarely do you get like forerunners like who are like oh yeah, like I think this person's great, you know, without somebody else telling them that they're great. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say like people need to be told what to like, but like in a sense,
you do.
People do, you know, like that's why singles become singles and things like that is just like,
and that's also why things blow up on TikTok. It's like people are like, I love this, and they share it.
Yeah.
So
right. I mean, and that's actually the biggest metric now that like people like for those algorithms to push your stuff is shares.
Yeah.
How much it's getting shared, because that means people like this enough to tell other people about it.
Yeah.
So I guess it's really just creating your thing in your first impression that is good enough for a few people to share that can get the fire going. You know, I think it is funny because like I did an experiment one time like where I would comment on something and then like my own comment, and it would make way more people like your comment after they see other people like it.
Yeah.
Than if it would just sat there.
Yeah.
Which is so interesting, right? Like people need to be told what to like.
Yeah. And I mean, I believe that. I mean, that's with everything in life.
But it's funny because we, as a culture and as a society, we talk about, you know, like we put so much emphasis on the individual, and individually like, oh, I like, you know, like I'm not like everybody else. I like, you know, these things or whatever. And I'm like, okay, but there's a lot of people who like those things. And like, I don't know. It is funny because I think we're way more hive mind than we are willing to admit.
Yeah. It just comes down to like, I wrote this in a song yesterday, so I'll share it. But like, I wrote a line that was like, you have enough talent, but not enough likes. And that like, absolutely, that's what's hard about this industry. It's like, you know, me and Josh know so many talented people, and it's like, but they can't blow up on TikTok. They can't figure out the algorithm. They can't do these things. And it's like, it sucks. It really does suck. And then we see, I've showed Josh so many shitty things, and he's like, I'm quitting music. I'm doing it.
It is crazy. Like, it's crazy. But once again, it's like, it's not necessarily even that those things that are getting a bunch of likes are good, you know, or whatever. Yeah. It's just that like those people have built a following now to where they have like a blind loyalty to them. You know what I mean? Like where people are just like, yeah. Love is blind.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, you know, so I think it takes a spark to get a fire going. It's just the hardest part is getting the spark.
Well, I really just want gasoline. I was just going to look at my numbers right now because I'm very proud.
You had it pulled right up.
See, it's doing well. It's just, I don't.
That's a lot. That's really good.
But I only have 1,005 followers.
It's okay. I have a little bit more than that, and I have way less monthly streamers, but I haven't put out songs in months, so, or maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways,
but
that was my mental breakdown corner. Braylee's breakdown corner.
Brailey's big
booty
butt.
Breakdown corner. Anyways, I was going to say something real quick about, I know we went way off topic.
It's my dad.
Oh, is it? Yeah. I was like, who is this man?
I love my dad. He's so funny.
I know we went way off topic of Love is Blind because then you got a call from a doctor to let you know if you were dying or not. Oh, yeah. But I was going to say this next episode, I can't wait for you to watch it because there's a scene, and I don't know where this comes from, but there's Steven and Monica. Steven is the guy that has like brown, gray hair, bright red beard, big guy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like. I was thinking about a scene for that. Is it when they're getting massages and she's like, if I saw him, I wouldn't be like, he's the most attractive guy. Oh, yeah.
No, this one is they're sitting at the table and she goes, I just would really like it if you bought me flowers. And he's like, I don't know if I want to get married. And she's like, what? Like 2 ends on the spectrum.
I feel like you're ruining this. Am I missing one episode?
They don't break up though.
Oh, okay.
No. He's like expressing his, I think that his mind is, he couldn't catch up to his thoughts and something just came out of his mouth.
I don't know if I want to get married. Yeah.
But guys.
All they were talking about is just how many boners he has.
He has so many boners. He's also somebody that's on like the red flag radar for like his. Also, he talks about.
Why is he on the red flag radar?
because he apparently had a significant other before he got on the show, which is also really funny because he talks about he's in a conversation with Garrett, who I do like Garrett. He's kind of like a Wish version of Chris Evans.
Oh yeah, no, but he was Steven, the other guy. He's talking shit. He's like a middle class, maybe like a lower middle class, like Chris. And I was like, oh my gosh.
By the way, I think all the women are beautiful, but his girl,
men are just more ugly than men, or than women.
Well, Garrett's girl Taylor, I think her name's Taylor. She's like mixed. She's Asian and stunningly beautiful. She looks like Lucy Liu from Charlie's Angels. The most beautiful woman I've ever seen. And get what this man actually said. Do I think I'd go up to her in a bar? Probably not. Then what are you looking for?
Yeah. Do you think she would accept you coming up to her?
I like literally I have the biggest girl crush on her. I think she is so stunningly beautiful.
And
with
she has
Wish
it together.
Version Chris Evans.
Yeah, she has it together. Yeah, exactly. I don't. That guy's crazy.
But so Steven is talking to Garrett.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, they come back from the conversation and Monica's like, well, what are you talking about? And he's like, we're just talking about like after all this is over, we're in the real world and like now we have a spotlight on us. Like we're going to be like tempted a lot. Like a girl could come up to me like, do you want a blowjob? And obviously I wouldn't take it because like you are. He's like, and there's going to be like homewreckers that are going to come try to homewreck us or like people from our past. I think he's like foreshadowing.
He thinks he's a celebrity.
Yes.
Wow.
Which sucks because I was like, man, this giant leprechaun is for sure one of my favorites.
No.
He is down the totem pole. The only one I like now is Garrett because at least he's level-headed.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, kind of. He's like, I don't know if I'd walk up to my beautiful.
I know.
The premise is so funny to me. Getting engaged the first time you see each other, and then literally it goes not about looks, not all about looks, all about looks.
Yes.
You're beautiful.
Yes.
You're so sexy.
And guys, let's go ahead and say it. Love is not blind.
It's not blind.
I'm sorry, but you have to be physically attracted to your partner in some kind of way.
Yeah.
Like personality can take over. I've dated a lot of ugly men, but I didn't stay with them, obviously.
Well, that's why I've had many lovers. Because love is so clearly not blind, and you can see me coming a mile away.
Oh, see, love is not blind for me because I'm almost so pretty and my personality sucks. And they're like, I stay with her because she's so hot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're what was her name? Brooklyn or whatever, Bridget. What was the girl's name on... That girl. Brittany. Oh, yeah. Oh, Brittany. Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. I gave her more credit than she was due. Brooklyn or Bridget?
No, it's Brittany.
It's Brittany, bitch.
What's so funny is like every time she was talking to Leo, I was like, if I were her, I'd just get up and walk out and be like, bye. It hurt his ego.
Yeah.
Hurt him just a little bit.
He's like, I just have so much money. It just hurts my head and it hurts my back from carrying around my wallet.
He's like, and I'm an art dealer, and she's like, he was like, I was expecting you to ask me like, what's the most expensive art that I've dealt before?
The funniest thing is though, like, she goes,
have you ever heard of Van Gogh?
And we were just sitting there watching, just like, have you ever heard of Monet? like the most obvious, like Van Gogh,
Picasso.
My favorite artist is Van Gogh.
Oh my gosh!
Starry Night.
You guys, where do you find these? As somebody who had to pass a psych test for The Voice, how are these people passing?
People are computer generated. They're not real people.
You're right.
They are.
You're right. It's all AI.
I feel like, yeah, exactly. One day that's going to be the experiment. They're like, love isn't blind. Actually, you guys are blind. This has been AI the whole time.
What season are we on?
7.
Okay. In 7 seasons, you guys haven't figured out that love isn't blind?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
No.
Anyways, I need you to watch this next episode. It is so funny.
I'm going to. They're in Mexico right now.
Yeah.
They're in Cabo.
They're in Cabo.
Well, this is a good time.
Great time. Great. You know what? We should do 10 a.m. You are so lively at 10 a.m.
I am because I wake up at 6.
Yeah, I wake up at 10:30
at night.
I'm actually a bat.
You and Tom, him sleeping upside down.
Don't tell him about that. We laughed out loud. I can't wait to get that clip. You're like, he goes downstairs and he hangs upside down. Sleeps like a bat. Anyways, next week we should dress up for Halloween.
Okay.
I actually do want to dress up like that old lady, and you should dress up with that guy with that beard, and we should do that TikTok where it's like, what you gonna do? I got a brand new house. Gosh.
Yeah, we send each other unhinged TikToks. Things that like I'm now getting the ones where like I'm the test audience for it, like where it has like a few likes, and I'm like.
Share. I did have one this morning where I was like, it was a lady with no teeth, bless her, and she was singing. I liked it.
Yeah.
I shared it. I favorited it.
I send this one lady who's just, I think, trapped inside a mall at this point to Brailey all the time. Who says the craziest things.
Like she's like, I'm gonna get a train ran on me in the bathroom. Where are all the hot black guys?
These people vote.
Yeah, they do. And you know who they vote for.
We all know. Anyways, follow us on Oh God, Please Not Another Podcast. OGPNAP.
And I'm Josh Dell. And this is
Big Booty Brailey Linderman.
And that's her handle on everything. So just look that up.
Judy, love the way she works.
Thank you guys. Have a good one.
I love you. Say it back. Say it to him.
She loves you.
No, say it to them.
I like you guys are pretty cool.
Okay. Well,
you're pretty cool.
We all know who's gonna be the favorite here.
All right.
Put me in your will.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Oh God. Please, not another podcast.
Yep.